Boom. Rocks in the room. And water everywhere. Not a drop to drink. And also going to answer the question, how much, as a for sale by owner, do you really need to pay? A buyer's agent. And coming up in real estate news for real people. And hot tips for the hot IA today. Hot IA, homeowner of the information age. You should, if it's your greatest investment, know more about how to maximize your profit and minimize your stress in the process. If you want to know more about how to succeed in selling your home on your own, you're in the right place. You're also in the right place if you don't like real estate agents, you don't trust real estate agents, you don't see the value of a real estate agent in this day and age, you may be onto something. I want to go ahead and support your feelings in that, because there may be a reason, but ultimately, what do you need to know that you wish you would have known before you need to know it? That's what I'm here for. I'm Rock, Florida. And in hot tips for the hot IA today, we are up to number 40 of 101. The wells run dry. This may not be applicable to you necessarily. In a lot of areas, though, there are still wells that are the supply of water. You need to have that tested as well. Pun intended. Okay, but test the water, be able to provide that report to a prospective buyer if you do have a well as your source of water. But on a broader scope, to make this more applicable to you and something to give a little more consideration for in your own, don't necessarily trust your municipality. Test your water, find out what's in it. Ask for a report from the city supply of your water source, because they'll provide it to you, and have that provided for the buyer in your due diligence package. So that's tip number 40. Know your water, but especially if it's a well, you're going to want to check that. I worked in a past life in an engineering firm, and one of the things that they did was check water sources, various sources. And it's kind of scary, folks, even in your municipal water source. If you happen to have that, you want to be aware of this term, fecal coliform. Okay. There is a certain amount of poop that is going to be allowed and just authorized by your municipality to actually flow through your water source. Fecal coliforms, they're checking for them everywhere, and it's everywhere, man. It hit the fan in various places, but you can keep it out of your water supply. I'm not going to go all into that. That's tip 40 of 101 today for hot tips for the hot IA. Everything you need fits on one sheet of paper to sell your house. It's a comprehensive checklist. It's in the link below. Come and get it. And the entire ebook. I want people to have this information. It will help you. Knowledge isn't power, but the use of it is. And I'm here to provide knowledge and also help you take the courage to use it. Okay. Real estate news for real people today. I want to make sure that everybody knows whether you choose to use an agent to list your property or not, especially if not. How much do you have to pay a buyer's agent? Because there are 4 types of folks out there in this realm. They think, and no, I don't have to pay anything to a buyer's agent if I'm selling it on my own. You're right. However, that may not be your best strategy and tactic to achieve a cooperative endeavor. Or 2, it depends on the deal. 3, yeah, sure, I'll pay 3%. But I'm here to teach you the 4th kind of model, which is I dictate the price and the terms. When I'm selling my home, And how much do I have to pay a buyer's agent? I teach people that, yes, you don't have to, but there is value in that cooperative endeavor. You may want to offer something more like $5,000 to have somebody to support and assist you through the process, or $2,500, but it depends on your budget. And one of the stories that I want to share about this, it's kind of what launched my true passion to make sure that people knew more about this, is I called up a for sale by owner. That's what I do. I coach people through how to save money and stress in the process by utilizing universal principles of business, marketing, and negotiation to their benefit. And I called her up, and she was selling a $480,000 house. And when I asked her, "Are you willing to pay a buyer's agent 3%?" She said, "Yeah, sure, I'd love to." I said, "You know, you don't have to." "What? I thought you had to." "No, that's just kind of the standard suggestion. Would you like to know how to save $5,000 real quick?" Actually, I opened it up on that one. I was like, "Would you like to know how to save right at around $1,000?" I said, "In our area, the tradition is 2.7%, but you can offer 2%, or we suggest you offer $5,000. That's more the average of 3% in our market share. And it does imply goodwill and such." And she took me up on it. And she only saved $4,800 by having a conversation with me for 15 minutes and taking the courage to go ahead and offer that 2%. But how much do you need to pay a buyer's agent? You don't have to if you're selling it on your own. But you do want to figure out what you need to achieve, how much value that service provider actually adds to your processes, and budget that in there and dictate that term at the front end. So I suggest that you figure out what the average home sale price in your area is, multiply that by 3%, maybe reduce it some, but you don't need to do any, folks. Okay. Buyers need to be made more aware that they are obligated to compensate their agency. You're only cooperating in whole or in part. And I want folks to know that more and more. So I really do hope you take some of this initiative to learn more about your rights and privileges as a homeowner to defend your home equity and protect some basic principles of doing business rightly. And I pray blessings on you and your house. Make it a great day.